Welcome to WNZR Studios. I'm your host, Andy Krolik, on-air DJ of WNZR, and I will show you what it's like to be part of the WNZR team. Come on, follow me. I will show you where it all begins for all of our on-air DJs, right here in the practice studio. When you first enter into the radio program, this is where you will begin your practice shifts. In order to record your practice shifts, you will open up Adobe Audition 3.0. So obviously you will need the requirements in order to record a practice shift. And the equipment used in this would be a microphone in order to record your voice. You will also need a board which will control everything else that will go into your air shift, considering the media, the music, the promos, and the weather. In order to play the music or the promos that we would like to listen to on the air shift, we use either these iPads or this CD player with these multitude of CDs that play different kinds of music. And this is the production studio where we create promos, liners, spots, and even weather for our audience. And we sat down with a few WNZR staff members and asked them about their jobs here at the radio station and also if they saw themselves in this position when they were freshmen.
I'm a sports director at WNZR Radio, and I do everything that relates to sports for the station. I help Joe assign positions for our broadcasts. I oversee all production for sports, games, opens and closes, player rejoins, sports updates. After every game, I come in here and I record a sports update. We call them Cougar Sports Updates, and those play on the station a lot. And every Sunday night, I do a sports weekly schedule. So I write out all this professional sports teams and when they're playing and stuff, and weekend scores and stuff like that. And that's about all I'm doing right now. I do some other stuff throughout the year, but right now isn't extremely busy for me.
Music director is the person that finds music, looks at the charts, and will find music for Marcy, our station manager, to look at, and then we'll decide on what songs we want to add. And when we decide that, then I would download the songs, make sure they sound good on air, edit it, find the intros, and then I put them into the computer, and then the computer manually schedules songs so that different songs don't play in a row, different artists don't play in a row. So I do that, and I create a music log, and that's for the DJs to see when they're going to talk and things like that, and who's playing and stuff. So they have a sheet, and there's like a lot that goes into being a music director, a lot of little things, but also it's pretty fun that I get to kind of have a say in what the radio station plays, even though Marcy listens to it first and decides yes or no. And right now we're doing Christmas music, and that's my favorite because I literally get to go through every Christmas album and start picking them now before we even plan to air them. So it's fun.
As the promotions director, I'm in charge of a lot of different events we do in the community. We take Big Blue, which is our station vehicle, and we do a lot of remote broadcasts in the community. And I'm in charge of getting ready for those broadcasts with Marcy and when we go out in the community. So I pack everything that needs to get ready for the event. I coordinate with some of the people that, where we're going to the event. I coordinate with those people, and I just promote that event as well. I hang stuff up around campus, and even downtown I've hung stuff up before, promoting different events we do. So that's kind of the main job that I do, but I also have a lot of side jobs with that position as well. I mail out all of our prizes, so whenever someone wins a prize on our show, I mail that out, and I also do some paperwork for Marcy as well, so it's kind of what I do.
When I first came in as a freshman, I was just a communications major, and I took intro to radio. And so I really enjoyed doing the on-air stuff. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And then they were looking for a music director position. They were really looking for one. And I was like, I never thought about it, so I just applied. And so I applied and got the job, and it was just a really cool thing because I got to work here over the summer as a freshman, which was really scary, and my parents were a little mad, but I did it anyways, and it was a really cool experience. It's just nice to be able to work on campus, but also get experience in what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Don't tell Marcy this because she will kill me, but as a freshman, I didn't even know the sports director position existed, which is funny because I'm sure she told us 100 times, but I just didn't. I guess I didn't pay attention to her. She'll kill me if she hears that. But all I applied for when I was a freshman was Voice of the Cougars, and so I wasn't on leadership team as a sophomore. And then I came back as a sophomore, and I found out about sports director, so I applied for that when I was a junior. When I was a sophomore, from when I was a junior, got it. So this is my second year doing it.
Well, actually, as a freshman, I was a history major, so that's completely different. History major and an education minor. So I wanted to be a teacher when I was a freshman, but I got out of that because I decided I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with kids. So I was undecided for a semester, and then I came over into the broadcasting side of things here at WNZR. I actually got involved in sportscasting, was how I actually got involved here. And that eventually led to WNZR. And then I applied for the promotions director last year, and I got it. And I would not have predicted this in a million years when I was a freshman. It's been crazy how it's all worked out.
Leadership team it's a group of us that work here, students that work here at WNZR, and basically we meet every week and we have an agenda that we go through, and the agenda just tells us what each person needs to do, what our goals are for this week, and leadership team is just we have paid positions, but also we're the leaders of the freshmen who may not have jobs, or the upperclassmen who aren't a part of leadership team either. We are supposed to be the examples for them. And so that's kind of what leadership team is.
As you finish radio intro, you then advance into the on-air studio, which is the one I am in at this exact moment. And just like the practice studio, the on-air studio has the exact same necessities in order to produce weather, music, promos, and liners to the radio station's listeners to engage them in what they need to hear. Right here is the on-air board. It looks almost similar to the practice studios and also has the mic for you to talk on air to the listeners. And right here we use a certain program called Simian, and this will allow the radio station to function if there is not an on-air DJ to control the board. It will just continue to play music and promos without an on-air DJ having to push buttons to continue playing the traffic log. And there you have it. That's the radio station, and this is what every student that comes into communication will go through as part of WNZR's programming. And thank you for being a part of this tour. I'm Andy Krolik.